Welcome. Everybody, thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Pass to Fleming. Maxey into the lane. A nice shot by Fleming. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Shot clock at 3. Back to Embiid. Edgecombe with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Drills the three-pointer.
Now look how Edgecombe can get it going from deep.
Ingram attacking. Barnes. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
Here's Maxey. Offline from the high post.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
And it's Ingram missing.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Embiid drives in. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, after all those injuries, it's great to see that kind of explosiveness from Embiid.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Outside for George. Misses the 3. Toronto trailing. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin?
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And here's Ingram from the arc. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
Now, here's Maxey. Scoreless thus far. And here's Toronto. It's Ingram on the wing. Raptors need to get a shot. And Reed throws it down.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Here's Edgecombe. 5 points in the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Here's Barnes. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Ingram outside for three. And again, it's Toronto with a 3.
3 points.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Raptors lead by 6. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
And they look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's
very
for sure.
exclusive.
He can really rise up.
Yeah, the defense had no answer for that.
Dick in the corner. To the middle. Here is Murray Boyle. Outside, Maxey. And here's George for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Quick decision right there from George, not giving the D any time to react.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
Pass to Dick. Takes it inside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
And here's Pirtle. They get a hand on it. George with the steal. Pass to Maxey. George up top. 18 feet out. That's short off the rim.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
1:46 left to play here in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Watford. Outside, Edwards. Screen by Watford with the shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. The Raptors with the lead. Quickly looking it over. Got a hand on it. Outside, Edwards. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Out to the wing. And here is Quickly. He has yet to score. Just 4 to shoot. From outside the arc. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. 34 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Edwards. Back to Watford. And Barnes comes to help. Embiid wide open. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, Embiid pretty much has the green light to take any kind of shot, including off the catch.
Here's Ingram. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got 12 points in the game.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
And that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Raptors. They're up by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
And his contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, the Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back over to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. A baseline J. Rebound by the 76ers. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Puts it up from 12. Embiid, no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. A 2-point game. Picked by Reed. To the inside. Back to Quickly. Ingram outside. Shoots over edge goal. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Outside Edwards. Back to Embiid. It's Edwards on the wing. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Rocket 6. Here's Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Here's Pirtle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. In timid old school big man, Jakob Pirtle still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. In the corner, it's Ingram. Down low. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Oh, nice work by Ingram. Keeping his eyes open, allowing him to find an opportunity for a teammate.
Driving the lane. Here's Bona. And he banks in the lane. Bona's got 4 points now in the quarter.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
'76ers moving the ball around. Poked away. Ingram wide open. The Raptors rebound. just 3 to shoot. Goes back up. And Fleming pulls it down.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Right wing. Now Edgecombe. He has 5. George looking around. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Ingram. This one for 3. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
George in the post. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Here's Shannon. Picked by Reed. Over in the corner, Barnes. Right into the hoop. And the dunk by Barnes.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job. And coaches love to see points coming from an inbounds play. That's why you practice them.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 3. And
the Raptors, 36.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Toronto leading by 3. Now, here's Quickly. Here's Dick. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And the 76ers with possession. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Embiid the screen. Pass to Barlow. 6 to shoot. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Quickly with it. Picked by Reed. The shot's good from Quickly.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Ripped away. Pass to Murray Boyle. And Reed has it in the corner. And Reed throws it down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Back to Embiid. Now here is George. And here's Maxey outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Both teams deciding to change it up. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And having starred in a 6-man role in New York, Tim Emmanuel quickly has been handed the keys in Toronto.
Well, he certainly has, Kevin, and he's got the contract to match it. You talk about confidence and determination to prove yourself. That sums up quickly.
Boy, Maxey just goes for it, plays with a lot of courage.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes at best now here in the fourth. Puts it right back up and in.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Now Ingram. Barnes the screen. Shoots it up. Shot clock at 5. Ingram fires. Embiid with the rebound. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. So far in the fourth quarter, they belong to 6 points. Now George. Oh, and wide open, nails the jam.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That'll be his second foul of the game. Barnes with it. Maxey covering. Barnes down low. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
One thing about Scotty Barnes is his team feeds off of his enthusiasm for the game. He keeps everyone engaged. Just a great guy to play with.
Maxey, strong move off the glass.
Not one to turn down a challenge. Maxey, wow.
And here is Quickly. With the floater. Ah, it's good.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Wow, Edgecombe making plays when his team needs it most.
Layup, no good.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get two there.
George! A putback. And so they foul intentionally. Now George jacks up a three. Buries the deep ball.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Big-time conversion there puts them up 3.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. Both free throws, good for Ingram. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Ingram. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.